Now talk to me.
This was their first time hitting banks, you feel me? Usually they be hitting like liquor stores, gas stations and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Who was in the car?
So it was Robert McCovey, feel me? They call him Romac.
All right. What about the white dude that had a gun and he was waving it after he shot some people up in Burger King and lived? Oh, the white dude. So by your logic, that white dude shouldn't have been taken to Burger King, got something to eat with the police, and then went to jail.
So that was actually part of a conversation I had with this dude named Cadell Smith. This is a former ICDJC member, current Hebrew Israelite, whose brother was shot by U.S. Marshals and Minneapolis police. I wanted to get him on my live. I thought he would have been a good guest, an intelligent brother to have a good conversation with, even though we don't agree. I told him from the jump, we not gonna agree. And over time, this dude just flipped on me. And I realized it ain't gonna happen. But I still think it's worthy of making a video because he brought up a common lie about Dylann Roof being taken to Burger King. And this is a lie that was manufactured by the media and pushed through on Facebook through Facebook memes, and people ran with it because their confirmation just is so against police right now. People just hate the police. They ran with it.
After his attack on an African-American church where he shot and killed 9 people. ABC Steve Osunsami has the latest from Charleston.
Jurors are getting to see this admitted racist and accused killer at target practice.
So this is the traffic stop and arrest of Dylann Roof. People always get the misconception that he was arrested while shooting in the church. That's not how it happened. He actually went down very calmly. There was no reason for cops to get aggressive with him.
Now is the time to buy a McKinney Chevrolet Buick. No one's going to make you a better deal. You can get a brand new 2015 Buick Enclave and save up to $6,000. $2,500 on the Buick Encore on selected models. Go see Matt and Cliff. They'll show you. McKinney Chevrolet Buick will save you thousands. See dealer for details. Check it out right now, McKinneyChevrolet.com. It's McKinney Buick, the area's lowest price Buick dealer, just off I-85, exit 22. Easy to find, easy to buy from. Experience the new Buick. Hey, it's Morgan at H.H. Greg's 3-day super sale. Get 0 down and 0 interest till January 2018. Up to 30% off. Greg's got it. Stainless steel French door refrigerator, only $9.99. And LG 55-inch HDTV.
From off today, that will be the first vehicle for
This Thursday through Saturday. Don't forget to download the H.H. Greg app to find daily deals. HHGreg.com, available 24/7. Buy online, pick up in store, same day, always free. Top brands, low prices, fast delivery. Subject to credit report.
A serious problem for many men. In case some parents or children are listening, we can't say what it is. Instead, here's a story about pitching a tent. Young Johnny used to pitch a tent with the slightest breeze. As he got older, things changed. He struggled to keep that tent up no matter how hard he tried. He took Viagra, Cialis, and still had issues. His camping life suffered until he heard about a guaranteed treatment from New Mayo Medical with a special custom blend of medication. FDA approved and no surgery involved. New Mayo Medical helped Johnny pitch a tent, keep it up, and enjoy timely camping like never before. Call 704-550-4122. That's 704-550-4122. They not only help you get your tent up, but prevent pitching too fast. Call today to learn how New Mayo can help you. 704-550-4122. And if you don't respond to the medication on the first visit, it's free.
So that was it. There was no resisting arrest. There was no pulling of any guns. He went down calmly, and they did not take him to Burger King and put a damn crown on his head.
Hey, Howard. Hey, Michael Sansbury. Matt Stires. Hey, Dylann, I'm Michael Sansbury. How you doing? Good. Hey, you done with this? Yeah, I'll get it out of your way.
So here is the interrogation video of Dylann Roof. And as you can see, he is eating food inside of the interrogation room. This is an interrogation tactic to get you to confess. This is the trick to get on your good side. They introduce themselves all calmly, shake their hands. They want to make sure they get a confession so that way they can tie the case with a ribbon on top. And guess what? This is a common tactic that they do with everybody, not just Dylann Roof. So the fact that some of y'all are mad that he got food is ridiculous.
He's gonna bring you a water? Yeah. Do you need any snacks or anything?
Yes, I ain't eat better.
I'll send you down something.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So you can't go wrong with Cheetos and barbecue chips.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
I got this.
What are you doing?
It's like from Disney. Sweet.
Oh, Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, Rice Krispie treat.
It ain't over there now.
No, they're good.
All right, thank you.
Come on now. I'm not gonna give anything this bad now.
All right.
Number 3, rapport building. Frequently, the interrogation begins rather pleasantly. The police officer will try to establish rapport with you in order to get you to talk to them. They will begin by asking you casual and friendly questions. Things like, hey, how long have you been living in this town? I see you're wearing a basketball hat. Which team do you support? Oh, really? Me too. The police officer might offer you food and drinks.
Guidelines for providing food to prisoners. Now, it differs from prisons versus being kept in custody by police. And here's why. If you're a prisoner in the facility, in any facility, any jail, there are rules against bringing any food. It's called contraband because you're introducing something into a facility which is otherwise not authorized. And so there are strict rules. You eat in prison what they give you to eat in prison. Now that differs from an officer arresting you and transporting you to a precinct. Although there are rules there, they're a little more liberal because you want to give food, potentially, cigarettes, potentially, soda, potentially, to a prisoner to get them to be cooperative, to talk to you, and to give you information. So at that level, it could be used as an effort to induce cooperation from a particular person who's accused of a crime.
I don't know what this brother did. I don't know what he's in this interrogation room for. But he is telling on everybody. He's telling on everybody. I mean, look how comfortable he is with that sandwich and them fries. I mean, whoever he did the crime with that saw this picture, they already know. They on their way to jail. And I don't know what kind of combo meal that is, but I mean, he's sitting in there, he's just so comfortable. He definitely about to tell. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look like he gonna eat it with a knife and a fork too. I think he gonna eat a burger with a knife and a fork. That means he is telling. That means he giving license plates, social security numbers. It's over. It's over. He gonna take his time. I think as he eats one fry for each fry, there's somebody going down. Gotta be. There's somebody going down per fry. And then that's a Big Mac. It look like a Big Mac combo. It's over, man.
So if you're one of those people that like to point these lies out, these silly things to try to say, you see, cops treat white people different. There's 2 different systems for white people and black people. You was wrong. You was dead wrong.
After Roof was arrested, we got a series of headlines about how he was treated to Burger King by these officers. How white killers get Burger King, but black suspects get killed. How Dylann Roof's Burger King treat is evidence of white privilege. The left-wing media took this narrative and ran with it.
He was treated to Burger King by officers when he was hungry.
As the police apprehended him in Shelby, they then treated him like a champ, like a gentleman.
What do you need? A double Whopper with cheese? Hold the pickles, what do you need?
And instead of portraying the reality that Dylann Roof is a disgusting human being that 99% of the country is against, they used this trip to Burger King to imply that the police had some sort of racist solidarity with him. The Shelby Police Department's in a small town and it doesn't have jail facility. The police didn't have anything on hand to feed Roof. And if you're thinking, fuck that guy, let him starve, I feel your pain, I despise the guy too, but it's an 8th Amendment violation to withhold food from a suspect. And information collected from a suspect who is denied food is inadmissible in a court of law. At this moment, I want to pause for a second. Can you imagine if the cops didn't feed Roof and his confessions were thrown out? Worse, if Dylann Roof now had grounds for a civil suit for his rights being violated. You'd be pretty fucking angry. And the Shelby PD would forever be the police department that bungled the Roof case. What you're seeing on screen now is driving directions from the Shelby PD police headquarters to the local Burger King. It's 5 minutes away. This shows that the narrative that the Shelby PD went out of their way to cater to Dylann Roof is false. They knew that they had to feed him, and it took them 10 minutes to do so. The ridiculous thing is that it's far more likely that the reason the Shelby PD did everything by the book in this case is because they knew how important it was. They knew what Dylann Roof did was completely awful and disgusting. And they wanted to make sure that they didn't make a stupid mistake that would end up helping Roof. But that extra care that they most likely took to get justice for the victims gets turned around on them. And it's used as proof that all police, especially the Shelby PD, is racist. What do you think the effect of this misrepresentation is? What if you're a black person in Shelby, and like most people, you don't have the time to fact check these things, and you hear that the police went out of their way to treat this white supremacist incredibly well? What happens when you get pulled over? Are you going to be a little more scared? Are you going to be a little more intimidated? What happens when you need to call the police for help? Are you going to be worried in the back of your mind that the police just aren't on your side? Look, I'm all for police reform and reining in excessive force. But I want to rein in the police when they do something wrong, not when they do everything right. For the record, I'm not saying that all these media organizations are filled with bad, race-baiting people that are deliberately lying to you. But a case like this gives you insight into their perspective. When I saw this story, I assumed there was more to it than the narrative that was being pushed. When they saw this story, it confirmed their preconceived notions about police and race in America. It was way too good of a story to fact check. And that's why they ran with it.
Now, this is a story that you probably never heard of a black shooter who shot up a church full of white churchgoers in response to what Dylann Roof did.
And Your Honor, this is the state of Tennessee versus Emmanuel Sampson.
The hearing opened immediately with testimony from Caleb Engel.
I seen the shooter come into the building and waving his weapon around. He was wearing a black jacket with dark pants and a mask.
Engel says the mask looked like a clown mask with red lips and teeth. He says he confronted Sampson twice. The first, he was pistol whipped 3 times. He fell to his knees. Sampson went down the sanctuary aisle and turned around. And the second time,
I had stuck my left hand out too and pushed it back onto him.
And what happened at that point?
The weapon discharged.
A lead detective also took the stand. Steve Jolly interviewed Sampson after the shooting. He says they found a note in the suspect's car.
It was just a short, maybe a sentence.
And elaborated on it for the first time, though he says he can't remember the exact wording.
It mentioned something about, if I recall, him being Dylann Roof was less than nothing, something like that.
Roof is convicted of a 2015 mass shooting at Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston. He was sentenced to death on hate crime and religious-related charges. Besides that connection, Jolly said it was unclear what Sampson's motive was, though he did say getting answers out of the suspect was difficult.